Thinking about selling that old Lego box from your attic? Hold on a second, because you need to see this. What if I told you that a totally normal looking Lego set you had as a kid, maybe one like this, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of euros today? Now, we're not talking about some solid gold minifig or some super rare set only given to Lego employees. We're counting down the regular unassuming sets that quietly became collector's items. These are the sets that were sitting on the shelves at toy stores. The ones you begged your parents for or saved your allowance up to buy. But before we dive in, if you love Lego and hidden treasures, hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss out on more videos just like this one. And for some of those sets, well, they're now worth a small fortune. So stick around, because you could be sitting on a plastic gold mine and not even know it. We're going into the specific sets they have blown up in value since, and I'll break down exactly why they became so popular. Alright, let's start off this treasure hunt. Kicking things off at number 10 is a set from a theme that a lot of people have forgotten, but it holds a special place in the hearts of 90s kids. Lego Adventurers, specifically set 5978, the Sphinx Secret Surprise from 1998. This thing was the absolute coolest set in the whole Egypt themed line. You got the hero Johnny Thunder, his shaky old car, a hot air balloon, and this giant awesome Sphinx. For a kid, it was the ultimate playset with trapdoors and hidden rooms. Back then it was around 47 euros, which was a decent chunk of change, but not too crazy. Its value today is all about pure nostalgia mixed with some unique parts. The theme didn't last very long, so finding a complete Sphinx with all its pieces and minifigs, especially the villain Baron von Baron, is getting tougher. A used complete set can now pull in 140 to 235 euros, but a brand new sealed box you could be looking at over 560 euros. It's a perfect example of how a great toy turning into a serious collector's item. For our number 9 spot, let's jump forward a few years to 1990 and a piece of Lego tech that has become legendary, the Monorail. We're talking about set 6399, the Monorail Airport Shuttle. If you were a kid at the early 90s, the Monorail was the peak of cool for your Lego city. It was futuristic, motorized, and really expensive. It sold for about 130 euros back in 1990, which was a huge investment for a family. But it's not just nostalgia that makes it a treasure today. Lego stopped making the monorail system, the special tracks, the motor, all of it, decades ago. They've never brought it back, which makes the parts incredibly hard to find. It was a complex and expensive system to make, so it didn't have a very long run. Now anyone that wants to build a vintage Lego city with a working monorail needs these parts. A complete working airport shuttle is something special. If you have one, even used, you're sitting on about 800 euros. But if you have new sealed box by some miracle, that's an incredible value of over 3,700 euros. Coming in at number 8, we're sailing the seas back to 1989. For a lot of people, this was the golden age of Lego pirates. While the Black Sea's Barracuda gets a lot of love, we're looking at a bigger, meaner successor from 1993. Set 6286, the Skull's Eye Schooner. This ship was the rival to the original pirates led by Captain Redbeard's nemesis. It was a premium set costing about 110 euros. With over 900 pieces and 9 minifigs, its black and red sails made it look seriously tough. So, why is it worth so much right now? For one, it's just a classic design from a theme everyone loves. 2, those printed cloth sails are really hard to find in a good condition. They get frayed, faded, and torn up pretty easily. Finding a set with crisp, clean sails is a huge win. A used complete Skull's Eye Schooner can be worth over 560 euros today. But a new in the box set is a true treasure. with prices climbing up to an unbelievable 3,300 euros and even more. See, signing with the bad guys could actually pay off. At number 7, we're pulling into a spot with a set that honestly seems a little boring next to pirate ships and monorails, but don't let its looks fool you. We're talking about set 10155, the Maersk sealant container ship from 2006. This is the definition of a sleeper hit. It's an industrial ship based on a real company. No pirates, no aliens, no magic. It originally sold for about 110 euros. So why did it become so valuable? It's all about exclusivity and color. The set was a partnership with the shipping company Maersk, so it wasn't sold everywhere. More importantly, it's loaded with bricks in a very specific color, Maersk blue. This unique color is a huge deal for people who design their own custom models. Because the set is a goldmine for its rare color, its value has shot up. A used version of this set sells over 200 euros, but a new and a sealed one can easily get over 300 euros. So it proves you don't need lasers or dragons or whatever to make a Lego set a hot commodity. Gotta be honest, it's pretty wild that a simple container ship is worth so much, right? We're only halfway through the list and the prices are just gonna get crazier from here. If you're enjoying this treasure hunt, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. It really helps the channel and you won't miss out what's coming next. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you owned any of these first few sets. Okay, back to the countdown. All aboard for number 6. We're staying on the tracks with one of the most beautiful train sets LEGO has ever made. Set 10194, the Emerald Knight from 2009. When this set came out, everyone knew it was special. It wasn't just a toy, it was a detailed model that appealed to LEGO fans and serious train hobbyists alike. With its amazing dark green and gold colors and those cool moving piston wheels, it was a work of art. And it was only 90 euros, which is an absolute steal. What makes this so valuable is a passionate fan base and its short production run. LEGO train collectors are a serious bunch, and the Emerald Knight is a must-have for any big collection. When it was discontinued in 2011, demand for it just kept growing. If you have a used complete Emerald Knight, you're holding on to about 360 euros. But if yours is new and sealed, the train is now worth around 580 euros. Breaking into our top 5, we're heading into town for a building that kicked off one of LEGO's most popular and collectible lines ever. At number 5, it's set 10190, the Market Street. So released in 2007, Market Street is such a cool piece of LEGO history. It was the second set in what we know now as the Modular Buildings collection, but it wasn't a normal release. It was part of the LEGO factory line, which means it was actually designed by a fan. It only cost 80 euros, way cheaper than the other modular buildings because it had fewer pieces and no interior. But its unique story and short time on the shelves have made it a holy grail. So if you want to collect every single modular building, you have to get Market Street. That demand from collectors who want to own them all has made its price explode. A used one can go for over 500 euros, but a new sealed-in box Market Street is even crazier, with values now going up to 3,000 euros. That's a return of over 3,000% on its original price. For our number 4 and 3 spots, we have a legendary duo from that same modular building series. These are the sets collectors dream of finding. At number 4, we have set 10185, the Green Grocer. Released in 2008 for 140 euros, the Green Grocer took what people loved about the new modulars and turned it up to 11. It had a full interior, awesome building techniques, and tons of rare sand green bricks that builders desperately wanted. Like the other early modulars, it wasn't around for long, retiring in 2010. Its good looks, its rarity, and all those desirable parts make it a giant on the second-hand market. A used Green Grocer today is worth around 700 euros. But a new unopened box that'll run you anywhere from 1500 to nearly 2000 euros. But as pricey as the green Grocer is, the one that came before it is even more sought after. Coming in at number 3 is the set that started it all, set 10182, the Café Corner. Released in 2007 for 120 euros, this was the very first modular building. It set the standard for a whole generation of LEGO sets. It's famous for having no interior at all, but that doesn't even matter. As the first one in the series, it was the absolute must-have for any modular collector. It was only on shelves for about 2 years, and that scarcity and its status as the first have made its value insane. A used Café Corner can sell for an incredible 700 euros. A new in the box version is a true treasure with an astonishing value now in a 2,400 to 3,000 euro range. We're at our final 2, and you probably can guess the franchise. At number 2 we have the original beast, the legend itself, set 10179, the Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon from 2007. When this set came out, it was just unbelievable. With over 5,000 pieces, it was one of the biggest LEGO sets of all time. You could buy it in stores, but its 500 euro price tag meant it was for the most serious fans. For years it was the LEGO Star Wars set to own. When it retired in 2010, the market went crazy. Every serious Star Wars collector wanted one. While LEGO has since released an even bigger Falcon, the original 10179 is still iconic. Finding a used one today will set you back for around 700 euros. But a new, sealed first edition box is a collector's masterpiece, with values climbing into 2,500 to 3,000 euro range, and even beyond. This was a set that proved a huge LEGO expensive box could be a real investment. And finally, the number 1 unassuming retail set you should be looking for in your attic. It's not the biggest, but it has a secret weapon that makes it one of the most valuable LEGO sets of all time. We're talking about set 10123, Cloud City from 2003. Released for just 88 euros, this set shows a few different scenes from The Empire Strikes Back. As a playset, it was honestly a little weird and disconnected, but its value has absolutely nothing to do with the build. It's all about the minifigs. This set contains one of the most sought after minifigs in history, the original Boba Fett with printed arms and legs. That specific version of Boba Fett has never appeared in any other set, and just the figure alone can sell over 2,000 euros. This set has also a unique Lando Calrissian, Luke Skywalker and a Princess Leia. Because of these exclusive figures, a complete Cloud City set is now worth an absolute fortune. A complete used set can sell for anywhere between 2,300 euros to over 3,000 euros. The new in the box version is the stuff of legends, with some asking prices hitting over 11,000 euros. It's the ultimate proof that sometimes the real value isn't in the bricks, but in the tiny plastic people that come with them. So there you have it, from forgotten themes and container ships to the first modular buildings and the holy grail of Star Wars minifigs. These sets show you that you didn't need a rare giveaway to be sitting on a gold mine. You just had to buy the right set at the right time. So I gotta ask, did you own any of these? Are there any other hidden gems you think I missed? Go check those old boxes in the attic, in the basement, or even in your garage. You honestly never know what you might find. And if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more stuff just like this. Thanks all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.